Good morning, everyone. Today is Monday, October 30th. Also, it's Halloween Eve for those of you that care. And obviously, Monday being Monday, we covered the trades from Friday, so we don't have to get into that. So we'll just talk about where we're at today and something else I've been, looking into and considering before we get this payout. So obviously, I'll skip the trades tab. The closed positions tab, we know, okay, there's only one open. It expires 11/3. Active positions, same thing. Where is it? Oh, sorry, scroll up. We can actually now remove these. Because we have one position. Much easier to look at. One position, strike price, $220. Expires this Friday, and Tesla price as of the close on Friday, 207.30. So we're 6.13% out of the money. 30-day IV, 53%. Good. Synthetics, if we were to roll, we covered this already, but keep this in mind for a later tab I'll get into in a second. It would be a debit of 2.2 million. Price I won't cover again. That was something covered on the Saturday video. Distribution I also covered on the Saturday video. But long story short, using this video, we really showed that the low payout would be 70 cents, but the high would be 84 cents, right? So now something came up in my Discord, and someone, I guess we were talking about basically the synthetics. So obviously they make premium on the short calls, and they made so far 29.6 million. But what about the premium they made on the synthetics? They made 17.5 million. Now, I automatically assumed that since they made money, since that's income, that should be part of our payout. But the more you think about it, is it possible that they could take some of that income and, not pay it out essentially and apply it towards this roll, right? If we have a debit roll of 2.2, maybe they're going to hold back some of the synthetic funds and net it against, what they have to do on the roll. Keep in mind, this is a 280 strike, so maybe they'll roll it out to 270 and have to pay a heftier debit. So they could take that from the 17.5, right? And then they could, give us what's left. We don't know. That is the whole thing with this, guys. And by the way, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This video is just for fun and entertainment. But really, what we're doing here, my videos, what my daily videos, my intent is, it's not to be like, oh my God, I know what the payout is. Yeah, no, I don't care. Honestly, I don't care if I'm wrong. What my intent is to show you guys how the fund works in the back end, because I think that's very important that we understand where our money goes, right? And hopefully, as you're watching these, you're getting that. I know obviously everyone cares how much they're going to pay, but in the end, does it really matter? They're going to pay what they want to pay, right? They have the control over the fund. Obviously, we should be within range, but if we're not, then there's reason for it. And guess what? When they decide to declare what their payment is, that I'm going to be learning from that, right? Based on what they do, I'll have an idea of, what happened, at least, because I have the breakdown of how much they made in synthetics, calls, and possibly treasuries, assuming they pay out monthly on treasuries. Again, that's another what if. So don't go too crazy. I know a lot of people sometimes are posting, oh, this is the estimate or this is the payment, and no one knows, right? We're not the fund managers. We don't have that control. We have an idea, but don't go crazy. So the point of me breaking this down is, if they do not use the synthetics, they could possibly have a lower payout. And I'll get into that in the bottom. And another huge factor is outstanding shares, as you can see in bright blue here. outstanding shares matter. And again, another assumption, I'm assuming they're going to use, again, the total income divided by outstanding shares on declaration date or the morning of or the day prior. That's what I'm assuming. Or could they do it as of 10/31 month end? I don't know. But as of right now, they have 61,075,000 outstanding shares. So that being said, if we take just the earnings on the calls alone, just the earnings, we have 44 cents. So if you want to talk about the lowest of lows, I would say that's it. That's our bottom number. And that would be a 46% yield, which is still pretty damn good. However, I know that's not what we want to hear. So let's look at the highest of highs. If they paid out 100%, which includes synthetic income, call income, treasury income, that's 83 cents, which is an 88% yield. Again, using TSLY price of 11.37. So that's the gist of it. However, what do I think? I personally think that they're going to use the synthetic income and they'll pay 90%. That's, again, my guess. My guess is as good as everyone else's. So if I take the already 44, I add the synthetic 90% premium, we are going to have a new low of 70 cents. So this is my thinking. Again, I wanted to break down without synthetics if people cared, if people think they're not touching that money. It's possible. But this is my thinking, especially based on historical. I mean, we had some bad months, and they paid out like 58 cents somehow. This is like a good month. I mean, they nailed, like, look at it. Look at these closed positions. Profit, 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 right? I mean, they're like nailing out of the park. Anyway, so this is my thinking, anywhere from 70 cents to 83 cents. We still have 2 more days in the market. Again, another assumption, assuming they trade month to month, October 1st to October 31st. So 2 more days, and we'll see how it turns out. I'll do a summarized version, obviously, on the Wednesday of everything. Of course, Wednesday is my office day, so it's going to be a little difficult. But I'll sit in the parking lot and do it. And, we'll see how it goes. But again, don't go too crazy. We're still going to get paid a pretty penny. Whether we're right or wrong, who gives a crap? I mean, whatever. As long as we understand the fund, that's the most important part. People can say, oh, I got the number right. Nobody cares. If you understand the fund, you're the real winner here. You get what they're doing. You're like, okay, that's great. It doesn't matter in the end. Who cares, right? They do what they want to do. If you just so happen to guess something right, that means nothing. Even for me, I don't care if I'm right. Like I said, I just want to know how it works and it has to be close. It's going to be within this range. That has to be the case. If it's like 44 cents, like we saw before, then I'm going to email them and ask them about that, what they do with the synthetic premium. All right, guys. Little bonus content real quick. I saw something come out yesterday. The fund did file for a new ETF. They filed with the SEC yesterday. As you can see, this information is not complete, blah, blah, blah. So it looks like they filed their, Jay talked about these funds in an earlier YouTube. I forget who it was with, but he mentioned YMAX. He reserved the YMAX ETF, and the point of the YMAX ETF is it's going to hold all of their funds in a basket. And essentially, you'll make an average based on everyone. Again, I don't know exactly how these funds are going to work, but that's the thinking. And then I did not know about this one, YMAG. This is the Magnificent Seven, which, again, I'll assume this is going to be the top 7 funds, the top performing funds. I don't know if it's yield-wise or if it's like overall, capital appreciation and yield, but it's probably yield. Let's see if we can name the 7. All right. TSLY, Coney, AMD. Who else we got? I don't even know. Drawing a blank. Oh, NVIDIA. Who who was the recent one? Moderna, MD, whatever the hell it's called. So we got 2 more, probably AMZ and maybe even Nestle. That would be 7. I don't know. Again, who knows who the Magnificent 7 are? Maybe they'll reallocate every month, every 3 months. But I just wanted to give, I'm not going to go through this prospectus, but because it's not really final, it doesn't make, it's a waste of everyone's time. But just so you guys know, they filed, and these may be released this year, next year, who the hell knows. And I know a lot of people would rather be into this than an individual underlying stock. Me personally, I will. I don't know. I'll probably buy both. I don't know. Honestly, I got to think about it. I didn't really think about it before I made this video, but maybe I will, maybe I won't. But anyway, guys, that's all I got for today. It's going to be a long week, but we'll see how it goes. Happy Halloween Eve, and hope you guys have a great day. Later.